So there was a day, it was Saturday, and in Kansas, they don't sell alcohol on Sundays. So what do? I lived right up the street. I lived in a town of 14,000 people. There was a liquor store right up the street. And we drove up there. And what happened was I couldn't drive because I had drank too much. But my buddy was driving. We drove to the liquor store. And it was sprinkling that day. And I had a hoodie on. And I remember covering my head and say, hey, man, you have to run in and get this, man, because they know me. And I'm a pastor. And I work at the soup kitchen right down the street, man. You have to run in, grab this. And he's like, all right. So I'm sitting there. And I'm telling you right now, if I would have been driving or if I would have got pulled over, I would have went to jail. Hands down. Now remember, I was a pastor. I was already drunk. I was drinking. I already had given up. I was running a church on Sunday. I wasn't even doing the sermons. I was just trying to survive. I didn't know what was going on. I felt lost. I had never felt like that in my life. And I remember we went there and I was sitting in the car. And this lady, the guy went into the liquor store and I'm sitting there. And this lady from the soup kitchen, she recognizes me, but she has a knee brace on and she has these crutches and it's sprinkling. And she looks right at me and she said, is that you, Pastor Pete? I was like, oh, no, she didn't. I'm like, just go away. I'm just saying, please, just go away. Just go away. So what she do? She comes up and she starts knocking on the glass. And the window is down this much. And she says, so you going to pray for me or what? She's one of these rough soup kitchen ladies. Rough soup kitchen lady, man. She wasn't going to go away. So she going to pray for me or what? So I'm like, all right. So I get out and I'm just going through the motions. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do this so she can go because this dude's going to walk out with a 30 pack, 12 pack. I don't know what he's going to come out with, but this girl's going to see me and see him. He's going to come get in the car. She's going to know what's going on. You know what? That's my mindset at the time. So I just get out, man. And I take 2 steps up there and I just put my hand underneath and all I can think, I'm looking at that front door and I'm looking up there and I'm just saying, don't come out. Don't you dare come out. Don't you dare come out. Just stay in there. Stay in there. Stay in there. And he comes out and I'm like, oh. And she looks at me and she looks at him. And she looks at me and she looks at him and I'm like, all right, okay, cool. All right, man, we're on our way. And he gets in the car and I'm heading to the car to get in. And she starts crying. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm like, what happened? I was not expecting her to be healed at all. Okay. Like I wasn't even like thinking about healing. Cause remember at this time I was already defeated mentally. I was already defeated emotionally. I already had to quit. The only reason I lay hands on her was because I wanted her to leave. It was the most selfish thing. I didn't care about her healing. I just didn't want her to see me drinking. I didn't want her to have this. And that's all I was thinking about. I'm being honest to God, true. This is the truth. I took my hand off and I walked up and she started crying. And she's like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm like, what? She's like, the pain's left. The pain's left. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And she starts praising God. And I'm just like freaking out. So I'm like, just get to the car. Just get to the car. So I just kept my mouth shut. I'm like, if I say one word, I'm going to cry because I could feel this thing coming up. And I tried getting to the car. And I remember I went to my knees, man, because I felt this presence inside of me. And I ended up hitting my face on the side of the car door because I tried to catch tried to catch the floor with my hands, and I hit my face on the car door, and I hit it a little bit, and I got in, and I just shut the door, and I'm like, just go, man, just go. And he starts driving up, and I'm not saying anything. I just keep saying, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Just don't say anything. I kept saying that to myself. We drove around, and he's just like, oh, that's crazy. And he's just driving. And I get to the house. Now I lived in the old Broadway, the old high school there on Broadway. If you guys live there, you know what I'm talking about. It's the old high school there. And I went up the stairs. I went down the hall. Now remember, the soup kitchen was connected to it. So I went down the hall, went around the building, went downstairs, went around the corner, and went right into the soup kitchen restroom, shut the door, and went in there and grabbed the sink and started crying, man. I was bawling uncontrollably. I didn't know what was going on. I was confused. I didn't know. I was like telling God, like, are you playing with me? Are you messing with me? Like, what are you doing? I don't understand. Like, what do you want from me? Like, I'm done. I was just doing all the, I was going through I was having an argument with God in a soup kitchen restroom at 9:00 at night about how mad I was because a lady got a miracle and I had been praying for 90 days with all my heart, with everything that I have, thriving to see just a little bit of who God is. And here at my worst, drunk, not caring, didn't care. I didn't deserve anything. I didn't deserve any mercy. I deserved death at this point because I totally walked away from everything that God had called me to because I wasn't seeing it. Here's what he said. And this is what I want you to get. If you get anything, this is it right here. Okay. I heard this as clear as day. I can't explain to you if it was a voice. I can't explain to you if it was in my mind. I can't explain to you if it was in my heart. I can't explain to you how I heard it, but I heard it. And here's what he said. All those miracles that you were seeing, every single one that you saw from day one was me showing you my faithfulness. My faithfulness. I was faithful. And I wanted to see if you were faithful. Man, that season that I didn't see anything, God is wanting to see if I was doing it because I was faithful, not because I was seeing the miracles. And you know what's messed up? I wasn't faithful.